After France conceded 2 goals against Spain, I kept on telling myself that France is going to come back, that France is going to come back, that they are going to come back until the time got to the 80th minute. Then I'm like, that we still have 10 minutes remaining plus the extra time that will be given. So I still had this thin hope that France is going to come back until it became a game over. Then that was when it got done to me that Spain just destroyed, humiliated, embarrassed, evaporated, and eliminated France. These people, they literally made France look like an average team. They made France look like an average team. Like, Spain was like, they picked up France and told them that we are going to make you look worse than Portugal. We are going to make you look worse than Belgium. We are going to make you look worse than every other team that we have played against in this World Cup. As a matter of fact, we are going to make you people look worse than Cape Verde. And that was the exact thing that Spain did against Belgium. Against France, sorry. They did it against France. You know, France that has the World Cup Mbappe. France that have the unbelievable Michael Olise. France that has the Ballon d'Or winner, which is Dembele, Ousmane Dembele. And Spain just picked them up, turned them into a rubbish, and made them a laughing stock. That is the height of it. Like, as it is right now, France should just admit it that Spain is a better side in Europe. That Spain is far, far better than them. Because Spain has won them in the Nations League. Spain won them in the Euros. And now Spain eliminated them in the 2026 World Cup. Okay, winning them the first time, it is normal. Winning them the second time, it is questionable. And then winning them the third time now shows domination. So Spain dominates and rise over France. That's just the ugly truth. And looking at this team of Spain, you see that their midfield, they have a midfield that will outrun you, out-hustle you, and at the end of everything, they will still beat you. I'm highly impressed with their performance, though it came as a surprise to me. I actually wanted France to win, but as the game was ongoing, I noticed many things. That these people came up prepared. With their midfielders, we were actually looking down on them. Like, when this tournament started, we didn't see the performance of Spain convincing enough that they can beat France with what they have been doing. It wasn't convincing to me and to many people that their performance can outclass that of Spain, that of France. But lo and behold, when they started, they did it. They outrun, they out-hustled, and then they carried out a world-class performance against the France and Kylian Mbappe, the World Cup Kylian Mbappe. That was the exact thing that these people did. And I'm still surprised at their performance. I'm still surprised. And then this thing made me forget that this Spain is actually very, very wonderful in this tournament. Can you imagine that they just conceded 1 goal, just a single goal, since this World Cup started? This is their 7th match, and they just conceded a single goal, which was against Belgium. That's to tell you how good that these people are. But we didn't just see it on time. We didn't just see how Spain is actually made on time. It is just as if a scale is falling off our eyes after watching their performance against France. Because France, with everything that they have, you have a World Cup Kylian Mbappe, you have a unbelievable Michael Olise, you have Ballon d'Or winner, which is Ousmane Dembele. Then coming down to the midfield, you have Tchouameni, you have Rabiot. Then coming down to the centre back, you have Upamecano and you have Saliba. I can't really tell much about their left and their right back. But once you have this Upamecano and Saliba at the back, you are good to go. Though looking at Tchouameni has been out of form for close to 2 years now, if not more. Then talking about Rabiot for me has always been questionable. So I don't see Rabiot as all that good player. But I believe that with their defense and with their attack, they are still the dominant factor. They are still the X factor in this World Cup. But lo and behold, Spain came in and then made them a rubbish. That midfield of Rodri, Fabian Ruiz, and Dani Olmo, even Pedri that did not start. Like, we just felt that this World Cup Kylian Mbappe is different from club Kylian Mbappe. But what we experienced was just like a Clasico between Barcelona and Real Madrid. And you and I know how dominant Barcelona has been over Real Madrid in terms of El Clasico. Because we rated this game in a level that Kylian Mbappe's World Cup is different from Kylian Mbappe's club performance. So I must actually applaud France. Sorry, I must actually applaud Spain for this beautiful artwork that they just showed us. Like, I must applaud them. They made a mess of France. Like, they literally made a mess of France in this very match. To the extent that we even appreciate Portugal more than the way they dealt with France. It is also embarrassing. Then looking at the defense of Spain, you know, these people, like I've said already, they just considered a single goal since this tournament started, which is surprising to many of you, against Belgium. That's to tell you how good that the defense of Spain is. You know, you have Laporte, you have Kobasi, you have Cucurella, then you have Pedro Porro. These four people are so magnificent. Like, this defense is something else. These people literally made Michael Olise to look like Rafaelio. They made Michael Olise look like Rafaelio. Like, he was easily being dispossessed, unlike how it is with Michael Olise. Then Cucurella, on the other end, this guy makes no mistake. He has no error. He's on fire. He's a fantastic left back. And looking at Pedro Porro, he too, like, just because Spurs was struggling last season, we didn't see his quality. You understand? His good quality wasn't being noticed because of the poor performance of Spurs. Same thing with Cucurella at Chelsea, because Chelsea and Spurs, they were all struggling. So we didn't actually see their performance. So the poor performance in the club eclipsed their goodness. But now that they are playing for their nation, we are now seeing them in a different level. We are now seeing them in a different axis. Beautiful game from these two guys. Then talking about the center back of Spain, where you have Laporta and then you have Kobasi. Kobasi was just playing like a prime Maldini. He has it all. And then Laporta, at his age, as he playing in Saudi Arabia, coming to do this against France. These people just came together to pocket Kylian Mbappe, Ousmane Dembele, Michael Olise, Desire Doué, and Bakola. These 5 persons were actually neutralized by the defense of Spain. The defense of Spain neutralized all of them. I'm highly impressed, I must confess. And then this is the best defense in this tournament. Like I said already, their performance before now has not been convincing, but they just proved themselves. They just showed their worth in this very game. Then what about Lamine Yamal? A class. Lamine Yamal is above being special. At his age of 19, and then he's already a threat and fear to defenders. That tells you that he's heading somewhere far. He's actually going somewhere far. And then when we were growing up, that time that we were still small, where we used to watch wingers like Luis Figo, you have Angel Robben, you have Frank Ribery, you have Luis Nani, and then let's say J.J. Okocha. These people, they don't score hundreds of goals. They don't give hundreds of assists. They do not have much goal contribution. But still, they are being rated high. Why is this so? It happens because they create fear and they create imbalance in the opponent's defense. That is the exact thing that Lamine Yamal did in the match against France. He wasn't at his best, but his presence alone was enough fear, was enough distraction, was enough imbalance towards France defenders. So that is it. He might not score enough goal, or he might not give an assist, but his presence still matters a lot, like a whole lot, because he creates imbalance, he creates fear, he attracts the attention of defenders to himself, and then his teammates will do the work of scoring. That was how it used to be then, when we were watching Angel Robben, Ribery, Luis Figo, Luis Nani, and the rest of them. And then this boy, he's highly intelligent. His IQ is very sharp. It's very, very wonderful. Look at how he just jumped into that game, knowing very well that defender wants to kick it, and then already his eyes were up already, so he wasn't looking down. So Lamine Yamal just had to jump in so that he can commit that defender. And then as it happened, that was that. At the age of 19. And then his IQ is already perfectly built this way. He's above special, to be honest with you. So a very big congratulations to Spain. Like, I love what they did. I love what they watched. And then I want to tell you for free now that Spain is going to win this year's World Cup. Go and write it down somewhere. We are going to see it happen very soon. Spain, with what they displayed today, they are going to win this World Cup. You understand? Because they dominated France, their attack, like they neutralized the attack of defense. Coming to the midfield, they dealt with them thoroughly, and then coming to defense to their attack too, they also defeated the defense of France, which was why they won this game. So all the same, kudos to Spain.